Questions. Have people been opinionated about your recent haircut? Oh, this is a good one. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I have my white cheddar cheese puffs. I got my water. We're in my kitchen and we're having the ultimate girls question and answer moment. So if you're interested in watching more of that, then just keep watching. Okay guys, are you guys ready to hop into these questions? I'm pumped. I'm so excited because I feel like, yeah, you know, it's one of those things where you guys feel like my friends. I mean, you guys are my friends. And so it's just nice to have a snack with my white cheddar puffs and just to be able to chat with you guys, you know, one-on-one. So anyways, okay, let's get into these questions. So the first question is, has it been difficult to have sex after waiting for so many years? Love from the Caribbean. From the Caribbean, girl, how did you find my videos? I don't know, but thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. Has it been difficult to have sex after waiting for so many years? I think the word is challenging. And the reason why I changed the wording on that is because it's one of those things where it's really, I don't know if I should say this, but really it's like sex is a fairly simple concept after your first time. But I feel like it's been challenging in the sense where I have really struggled with not getting in my head about performance, and then I think also the pain that comes along with it. It is, in certain parts, can be painful, and so I feel like it has been challenging in the sense where I have to be patient with myself, and Reggie is always so patient with me, and I have to make sure that I'm not getting too in my head. I'm just enjoying the moment. And even if it doesn't go perfectly, there are moments where we laugh or I cry or I'm like, wait, how does this work? What? I don't think I'm doing this right. It's okay for me to be myself in those moments. And what it's more about is me and my husband coming together to have that intimate time. And sex is a way to bring glory to the Lord. And so that's what that moment is about. Getting out of my head and making it not so much about me has really helped me through the challenge of having sex. So we're learning, but we're getting better and we're growing, and yeah, it's been good. I'm grateful for the experience from it. Next question, when is the baby coming? This is the freaking question of the hour, okay? Because I feel like if it's not my mom, shout out to mom, love you mom, but if it's not my mom being like, well, my grandbaby's this and my grandbaby's that, or if it's not some random stranger being like, oh, you guys are newly married, when is the baby coming? This is the big question from everyone. And of course it's in God's timing, so like we are trusting in that, but our goal is to start trying in 2023. So we felt like that was a good time frame because we will have been married for basically 2 years by then, and we can have that time together. That was really important for us to have time to get settled into married life. I mean, some people feel called to have children right after they get married, but we did not feel that way. And so we thought it would be really important for us to get to know each other as a married couple first, and then we can bring the little bebés in the picture later on. So yes, the plan is to start trying in 2023. So baby bump coming soon, hey. Okay, how has it been making friends as an adult? I really love this question because it's so different. And you know I have some high school kids, not kids, oh my gosh, I sound so old when I say that. I have some high school girls and guys who watch my stuff, and I know that it can seem a little bit easier to make friends in high school for some people just because you're around the same people all the time. But when you become an adult, unfortunately, like you each have your own lives and we're all so busy. So it's hard trying to make those friends as an adult. And I have noticed that it has been a little bit more difficult than when I was in high school. But even though it's more challenging, it's different, but it's not better. Do you know what I mean? Like my high school time and making friends is not better than this time. It's just different. And so I'm learning to embrace the process, and I'm a type of person where, especially if I meet someone that I connect with on a really deep level, I want to be friends with them and get close with them as soon as possible. But I'm realizing that adult friendships and relationships grow over time and grow organically. And so just not trying to speed up the process, using wisdom, allowing God to move and work and the Holy Spirit to lead you to what friends you should have and what friends you shouldn't. Because I know in the past, unfortunately, I've tried to speed up the friendship process, and I've gotten hurt a lot in the past when it comes to friendships because I wasn't using wisdom and allowing it to organically happen. So yes, it's been challenging making new friends as an adult, but it's also been a really sweet season because I feel like adult friendships are so much deeper and richer. Like, I feel like friendships in high school sometimes seemed a little bit surface level. Like, it's like, oh, okay, you like these same shoes and I like these same shoes. Okay, let's be best friends. You know what I mean? But now I definitely think that it's more so built on, okay, what are your morals? What are your values? What do you care about? Like, how do you want to show up in the world? And if you find someone who is similar in that way or who believes in what you're doing, that's how a friendship can grow. So that's what I love about adult friendships. That was free, no extra charge. Have you lost any friends recently? How did you handle that? I unexpectedly had a friendship end and it's been hard. Girl, my heart goes out to you. Yeah, friendships. I have lost a couple of friendships recently, and it has been difficult. I think that I handled the ones this time around a little bit better because I actually lost a couple of friendships in college too, which helped, I feel like, prepare me for losing the couple of friendships that I lost within the past year. And it's never easy, but I think one thing that the Lord is really teaching me through losing friendships is that He has to make room in my life and in your life to be able to place certain people into your life or add certain aspects to your life. Like, some people have to be shoved out and there has to be space cleared in order for new and exciting and bigger things to come into your life. I know and I understand that God has a calling in my life. God has a calling in your life. And the thing is, let's just say, you know, you're starting a new career and all of that stuff. Well, some of those friends that were in your life before do not fit into the season of life that you're in now. And so God kind of has to nudge them lovingly out of the way so that it can make room for, let's just say, hello, your future husband, or even more opportunities to travel, or whatever that may be. But I'm realizing that it's all in a divine plan and all of it is not in vain. Don't feel like it's always something with you. That's one thing I had to get over. Like, it's not a you thing. Sometimes people are so hurt and dealing with their own stuff that they are able to operate in a healthy way within friendships, and you have to be okay with that. And you also don't have to tolerate that. If you are showing up in the world, bringing the light of Christ and all of that stuff, why have someone, especially if they're toxic, bring darkness into the light that you're trying to bring into the world? Do you know what I mean? So I just think, you know, I've definitely lost friends, but it's been for the better and I've grown so much. And to be honest with you, looking back, it was meant to happen for a reason. I have love for all of those people, but I'm a better person and in a better place because they're not in my life, and that's just kind of what it is. Okay, this is very personal. Are you on birth control? Have you had any weird side effects? Hold on, water break. Birth control, yes. A lot of people don't know this, but I've actually been on birth control since I was 15, and it's because, like, for medical reasons, they kind of gave my mom the option. They were like, okay, you either have to have surgery or she goes on the pill. And of course, like a great mother, my mom was like, my daughter's not having surgery. She will go on the pill and it will be fine. So I'm on birth control for medical reasons, which I guess kind of worked out now that I'm married and sexually active and all that stuff, you know, and not getting pregnant out the wazoo at random times because I'm on birth control. But yes, I'm on birth control. I have never had any weird side effects. Like, I've had so many friends be like, yeah, my hormones are crazy, or it put me into a depressive state, or it caused me to gain weight. thankfully, by the grace of God, I have not had that experience, and it's honestly been fine. I mean, I'm used to it. I'm a pretty disciplined person, so like I don't really forget to take my pill or anything like that. But yes, I am on birth control. For how long? I don't know. I mean, because it's for medical reasons, it's kind of wonky. So it's up in the air how long I'll be taking that. But yeah, I am on birth control. How often do you go out for a girls' night, and how often does Reggie go out for a guys' night? I like this question. That's hard to say. So as you guys know, like I said, I've lost quite a few friends. I would say within the last 5 years. And so my circle is really small, and actually some of my best friends live in different states, so that doesn't help. But one of my best friends, she lives here, and so we get together and have dinner from time to time. I mean, I'd say about once a month. So I guess you could say I have like girls' nights once a month. And then Reggie, I mean, I guess you could say he has guys' nights once a month. I don't know. It's so random and sporadic. And to be honest with you, being married, it's just very different how we operate with friendships and stuff like that. Because I think it's one of those things where when you're married, obviously you're spending time with this person who you're married to all the time. And sometimes it's like the best thing ever, but it's also can be time consuming and take up a lot of your time. And so sometimes being able to hang out with friends all the time is just not really an option. And so Reggie and I definitely hang out a lot together. But we also have girls' nights and guys' nights. You know, I guess I would say once a month, yeah. Once a month. Are there moments where you and Reggie don't communicate due to a major argument or disagreement? Ew, I like this one. So, no, to be honest with you, there are not moments where we like ignore each other or stop talking to each other for like days on end because of an argument or a disagreement. That's just not what we believe in. That's just not how we operate. And honestly, we believe that operating in that way can just bring more of a wedge between you, which gives the enemy more room to do his schemes, tempt us, whatever. So of course we give each other space if we have a disagreement, and we take the time to reflect. Reggie is a very inward reflector. I'm a very outward reflector, so I would rather just like talk it out, which makes for an interesting scenario when we're in a disagreement or an argument. But I will say we have been really good about coming together, at least having a conversation, even if it doesn't get resolved in that moment, saying, I love you, I'm sorry for doing X, Y, and Z, or saying X, Y, and Z and making you feel X, Y, and Z. And then we come together and we give each other a kiss and we continue to move forward. And of course, some disagreements and arguments are bigger than others, so it's a progression over time, but we make sure at the end of the day, we're always coming together, letting each other know that we love each other and that we're openly communicating about our feelings and how we feel about the situation so that we can move forward. Because like I said, the more space you leave between you guys of not talking and stuff like that, it just gives the enemy more room to wreak havoc on your marriage. Does Reggie expect you to cook every night? Do you feel pressured to be the perfect wife? I feel like this is a loaded question. No, he does not expect me to cook every night. Thankfully, I love cooking, and I always have since I was a little girl. I've always watched Food Network. I've always loved trying new recipes. That's just who I am by nature. So typically every night I do cook, which I guess is a good thing for him because he likes my cooking. But do I feel pressure to be the perfect wife? I think, ironically, before I got married, I used to feel that pressure of trying to be the perfect wife. But now I'm realizing that a lot of like society tries to make us all fit into like this one size fits all kind of thing, especially when it comes to being a wife or being in the home or being a mom or whatever. And it's like, you have to look like this and you have to operate like this and you have to do these 5 things in order to be a good wife or mom. And what I'm realizing is that is such a lie and the furthest thing from the truth. We are all created in the image of God, but made unique unique and different from each other. And so therefore, if a wife over here orders takeout every night, but a wife over there cooks a homemade gourmet meal every night, one is not better than the other. They're just different, you know what I mean? And we have to learn how to stay in our own lane. Like what are your own convictions? What do you feel is best for you? And so that's just kind of how I've been operating when it comes to marriage and me being a wife. Yes, I have this new title of wife, but I can still be myself. I can still love the things that I've always loved and operate how I've always operated and serve my husband well by just being myself and staying in my own lane. I don't have to be like Susie Homemaker over here or Laura Lee or whoever. Like I don't have to be somebody else in order to be the perfect wife. All I have to do is be true to who I am, be spirit-led in what the Lord is leading me to do, and everything else will fall into place. And that is what will make my husband happy, and that is what will make me a successful wife. How do you maintain confidence? I love this one. How do I maintain confidence? It is not easy, girl. Like, please do not think that I just have it all together. I mean, I know I've come across some people who are like, I just feel like you have it all together and you're just so confident and you can go on YouTube and you can just talk and whatever. But that is the furthest thing from the truth. I really truly think that I maintain my confidence by making my inner work and inner recovery a priority. What do I mean by that? Continuing to work on my past traumas, going to therapy, reading my Bible, praying, having a great community around me, seeking wise counsel. I think when you do the inner work in yourself to resolve a lot of the issues that you have going on the inside of you, it naturally radiates confidence and allows you to operate in confidence more than the average person who maybe isn't doing that work. And so I think prioritizing the inner work that I'm doing has really helped me with my confidence, because when you do inner work, you understand more of who you are and why you do the things that you do, and then therefore you can operate in confidence and be authentically yourself. So yeah, I would say that's the main way I maintain confidence. Okay, last couple of questions. Have people been opinionated about your recent haircut? Oh, this is a good one. Yes. So a lot of people have been very, very sweet about it, and they're like, I love your haircut, it fits you so well. I love my haircut, I know it fits me well. But you do have those 2, 3, 4 people that will come up to me and be like, why did you cut your hair? Or the first words out of the mouth is, oh no. And it's like, first of all, why would you say that to someone who recently cut their hair? I don't know, that's like so rude. But at the same time, I'm realizing that certain people have a stigma or an association of beauty with a certain type of standard, like long hair is beautiful, or this certain skin tone is beautiful, or this certain body shape is beautiful, you know? And so I have had people who are extremely opinionated about my recent haircut, but what I'm learning is when people are like, why did you cut your hair? My mom gave me the coolest phrase to say that will trip them up, and then they won't say anything else. When they're like, oh, why did you cut your hair? I just politely turn to them and be like, why not? And half the time they don't even know what to say. They're just like, but it's beautiful and I love it. And it's like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I just think there are certain things that you say to people and certain things that you don't say to people. So whatever, maybe they just didn't have the knowledge or the self-awareness not to say something like that. But at the end of the day, I know that I love my haircut. I know that it fits me well. I honestly probably will never go back to super long hair because I just feel like short hair fits me so well, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, I love my haircut and it's here to stay for a minute, okay? Okay, last question. One piece of advice you would give to your teenage self. I love this one. One piece of advice I would give to my teenage self. Probably that everything is temporary. I feel like when you're in high school and you're a teenager, certain breakups can seem so huge, or that bad grade can seem so huge, or you know, just certain life events that you go through. Of course, that's your truth as a teenager, and certain things do seem like a big deal, but they're so temporary. And so don't spend so much time harping on the bad things that come your way, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a bad grade, but just take it as a learning experience and an opportunity to grow and become better and find out more about yourself. And you'll realize 5, 10, 15 years down the road, you will hardly even remember the incident that you were so worked up about. So yeah, so I would say don't sweat the small stuff, but also if it seems really big to you, it's all temporary. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little girl chat. Do you guys feel like we're closer? I feel like we're closer. But comment down below, letting me know if you enjoyed this like girls Q&A video, if you want me to do more. Make sure you let me know so that I can know what other types of videos to do. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like and bring some more friends with you so we can have like an even bigger girl chat. Like I imagine like hundreds and hundreds of girls sitting behind this camera watching this girl chat. So yeah, so make sure you bring your friends along to subscribe, and I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.